Ashwin, as far as the right to information law goes,
Yeah.
how do you respond to it as editor? What do you feel is its weaknesses and strengths?
Well, its strengths are that it has enormous amounts of coverage. It gives the unprecedented access to all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And whatever sort of it's explicit that whatever can be given to Parliament has to be given to any ordinary citizen. But the shortcoming, if it can be called one, is that for the media,
Yeah.
30 days is too long a period to wait very often for breaking news stories or to get information. So
You all have used it quite effectively.
not as much as we would have liked, but we
Yeah.
have used it, yes. So,
Any particular cases that you could recall?
well, we've used it to get information about government servants overstaying in flats. We've
Yeah.
used it to get information about a number of other things which have sort of become investigative stories kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so.
There seems to be one lacuna in the sense that those who can use it are maybe desk people and people who are off the daily beat. Because of time, as you were saying, it's a lengthy process to apply and those kind of things. Would you agree?
Yes, I mean they're in a better position to use it, but as far as we are concerned, it's mostly the reporters who've been using it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And reporters also have other means of getting out information.
Yes, they do. That is the thing. But usually these other means of getting out the information sometimes have their shortcomings because they usually come from interested parties,
Yeah.
and the shortcoming of that is the interested parties don't want to release all the information.
Correct.
To
It
you.
would
Only
be
that which
partial.
is convenient to them.
Correct.
So yeah.
Correct. As far as activists using the RTI in Goa is concerned, are they effective? They seem to,
As far as I can gather, they've been using it very, very effectively so far. I mean, the
Yeah.
entire, for example, the agitation against SEZs
yeah.
was largely based on one sort of Crusaders collection under RTI. So
Yeah.
and
Who's that?
sort of I forget his name. He's actually a small contractor who
I
was
see.
trying to set up something in his own village, and he was being denied permissions.
I see.
And a large SEZ was coming up close by, and so he thought he'd get information about how these large SEZs get their clearances when he's not getting his, and that turned up a can of worms.
And politicians also have used it.
Oh, politicians
Quite
have used it too, yes. But the largest users by far are government servants.
Any chance of having a citizens education campaign on RTI where how to's or kind of encouraging? Because we really don't know how
Probably it's
effective.
useful if somebody can do that from college to college and sort
No,
of,
via the paper. I mean,
via the paper, yes, certainly. We'd love to run a column if somebody can sort of come up with saying how do you use RTI, how do you ask for information, how do you frame questions so that they can't duck them,
yeah.
giving examples of how questions were framed which were like very skillfully parried by very canny government servants and how to avoid that. And yes, that would be very useful. Yes, if somebody would come up with it, I would definitely use it. So.
Thanks.